Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Greg. Got the 2010 Maxima. This would be for the 2009 and the 2009 through the 2014. First, yes, my stud is broke. I believe my neighbor stole one of my lug nuts, so that snapped it off. But eventually, I'm getting them all replaced. But on to back what I was doing the video for. I'm changing rotors, brake pads, and calipers. And on the driver's side, this is the passenger side front. I found a few little things that I need to do different. So first thing I would say do is the brake line right here is go ahead and loosen it. Let's see. Hopefully I can get it all. Camera. Ooh, sorry if I moved the camera. And then when it leaks out a little bit, just tighten it back up. Let me switch it. And just do it a little snug. Because that was one thing that I had trouble with trying to do. So first, step one, loosen the brake line bolt, and then just snug it back down. Step two, pop this little pin-like thing off that's holding the brake line. Trying to remember how I did it. Over there. Just get it down in there. There we go. Be careful that it doesn't shoot out. Just set it to the side because you will be reusing it. And just push the line down. Just let it hang freely. And on step three, you're going to take is a 14mm bolt here and a 14mm bolt there. I already took them both off. But the best thing to do is take the bottom one off, because if you take the top one off first, it's going to do just like this. It's going to shoot down that way. And then it's going to make it harder unless you force it back up and hold it into place. So I would suggest taking the bottom one off and then taking the top one off. And it comes off. Let me see. It comes off pretty easy. I can just kind of set mine on my lower control arm, no problem. There we go. Just sit on my lower control arm. And on to the next one. And step four, you got these two big bolts right here. You got one here, excuse me, and one there. I don't know it in millimeters because I just have a bunch of tools and I just reach and find whichever one. But this is a 7, excuse me, I got the hiccups. This is a 7/8 socket. As you can see, it fits perfect. But what you're going to want to do, you can have a breaker bar or just be like me and just literally have a random pipe laying around that fits perfectly, because that's what you use on your trucks, because we have a family business. So you know, we got to be innovative sometimes if we don't have all the tools. And you just really just put a little strength into it. You got to use your muscles, put a little muscle into it, break both of them off. If you can't, I suggest spraying them down at least 30 minutes before. If you want to do it while you're getting all your stuff out, if you have the whole front end, see, I'm doing wheel by wheel, but if you can lift up the whole front end and take both wheels off, go ahead and spray this 7/8 bolt and these 14mm bolts with some stuff called PB Blaster. It's like a nut blaster for rust, and spray it real good around just where it screws in there, and just let it sit in there for about 30 minutes while you get your other stuff ready. But I'm not gonna feel this because I got to use two hands. basically you just break these two 7/8 screws off, and then this whole bracket comes off. Now, before I go to step 5, one thing I like to mention, once you get those top bolts out, that top bolt and the big one down there, is you're supposed to have, like, I'm just holding it on because I should have did this before I took that last one off. You're supposed to have some, like, spring clamps that fit in these holes and these holes. And that really would explain why when I was braking, it'd be, like, really rough, like scrubbing, because it was really no rebound. And I'm also looking, I just spotted how bad it actually is. So once I take it off, it just falls apart. And this will explain why. Holy shit. Guys, do y'all see that? There's no brake left on this. There's no brake. And it's supposed to be like a line that goes straight down the middle. It's fouled past that. Look, it started to I feel like a jackass because, see, this is how it's supposed to look. Just like this. And look at that. And there was no pin to forcing them to stay back. So that will understand, that was really gets my attention about the how when I would brake, it would be like really, really rough. Wow, I'm so surprised. I can't believe I let it get that bad. But on to step 5. Step 5 is really obvious. No, it's not this. I just taking that out. Step 5 is really obvious. Take the rotor off and just set it to the side. I know sooner or later it'll look like I'll be doing hubs. I already got to do CVs. My boot busted. I'm literally just hoping to God it holds on, because I got them already. I just haven't done it, and I really needed to do my brakes. But obviously, step 5 was simplest thing, which was to take the rotor off. So that's how you disassemble everything. And really, I don't want to do the the full assemble, because it's pretty much everything that you just done, but in reverse. But basically, I'll just give you a quick rundown. Once you put your rotor on, put your caliper on, tighten down these 7/8 bolt, the top and the bottom, right there. Then you would take, well, what I did, took my old caliper, took my brake line off, went ahead and put it on here, I bled the brakes, and then I just snapped my hose back on up here, and you want to unloosen this screw. This is a 14mm. You could take the top one down and just let it flip down. You want to slide your pads in, and when you put your pads in, you want to take those 2 pins and stick them in those obvious holes that's going to be on the pad, and slide it right in there. And then you could take this, flip it back up, tighten it down, and really that's it. It's really nothing to it. But also, if you're doing brand new pads, look at my video and my other video about how to grease. If you got pads that comes with grease, I had the Akibonos. I had, for the front, it's ACT1338, and you got the grease. It comes with like a little packet, and you want to really just dab it on there because they don't give you much. But check that video out. Stay tuned. Peace.